She's a down-home cutie with a farm boy smile, big blue eyes.
My name is Morgan Frazier. 18 years old. I'm from Breckenridge, Texas.
I can tell you exactly where I was the first time I heard Morgan Frazier's song. On Friday nights, we get a comp of all the music. And I went through all the songs and, some great stuff. There's Rodney Atkins, there's Tim McGraw, Leanne Rimes. Obviously, it was great music. And then this one song jumped out at me. And there was a vulnerability in the voice, just an emotional rawness where, I don't know, sometimes you listen to music and you enjoy it, and then sometimes you listen to music and it just connects with you as the individual. And I heard it and I said, that's the real thing. I don't even know who this person is, but I feel like I'm watching her sing. I feel her pain. I know what she's going through. And I'm a 31-year-old dad, and the person ends up being an 18-year-old girl, and I should have no reason to connect to that demographic, but for some reason, just you could tell in her voice what she was going through. And it just, to me, was so real and something that I hadn't heard in a really long time.
When I first met Morgan, I had heard her sing and knew she could sing, knew her voice was really original, and I loved the tone, I loved everything about it. But when we sat down and talked, after hearing her story, I was like, wow. I loved the fact that she had been playing music all her life pretty much, since she was like 9 years old, and her influences, and then hearing about selling CDs and going door to door, and how much she wanted it.
I made my first CD when I was 9 years old. It's called Cowboy Boots. And I just remember me walking into the studio and the drummer was like, oh my gosh, we got a little girl in here, I started singing. He was like, that is not what I expected. We finished the CD, and so I went downtown and went from like door to door and sold about $800 worth, $10 a piece. I ended up like doubling that. My dad quit his job, my mom quit her job, I went to homeschool. We just went on the road for 2 years, just traveling, selling CDs. I would just walk into the store, and my sales pitch would be, hi, my name is Morgan Frazier, I'm 9 years old, I'm from Breckenridge, Texas, and I'm a country music singer. Would you like to buy my CD? And most of them would be like, can you sing something for me? And I'd be like, okay. So I'd break out in like Your Cheating Heart a cappella or something like that. And usually they would be like, okay. We would sell out probably 1,000 CDs in a month. It was pretty much dependent on me to sell the CDs so my brother and sister could eat, so my mom and dad could eat. So if there was anything that we needed, if a tire blew, if we needed a place to stay, that was totally my job. And that was pretty scary at times, like wake up with $6 in our pocket and know that I had to get out there and sell CDs just to put in gas so we can make it to the next place.
There was an article in the Nashville Music Guide talking about Morgan, and I started reading it, and it began with her story of starting and selling CDs when she's 9 years old, selling 30,000 CDs, and I was like, wow. And then I started reading, and she's a songwriter, and the thing that jumped out to me, first and foremost, was the authenticity. I said to myself, this is what it's supposed to be like, the true country music singer, the writer, the person that comes from a small town in Texas to make it.
She's so real. She doesn't turn anything on. She doesn't go overboard. She walks in the door, she plays her music. When you sit down and talk to her, it's one-on-one, and she has everything covered right there. She's very personable. You want to know her. There's something about her that's just magnetic.
I had just been, at that age, 13, 14, 15, I was just writing by myself. Once I got around these people, I was like a sponge. Like, I started learning all kinds of things from Dean Dillon. I started learning things from John Scott Sherrill and all these people that are wonderful, wonderful writers, and I was so blessed to be able to work with them and learn from them.
And you're sadly mistaken if you think I was shaken by your praise.
This girl, has come from this tiny Texas town. She lives by herself. She's 18 years old. She's living in a city. She's paying her own car insurance. She's working at Tootsie's till 2 a.m. fighting drunks. She's the real deal.
I think on stage, I am like the happiest. Like that, because I know I'm like, this is definitely where I'm supposed to be.
To me, country music is the people's music. That's why it's never going away, because it truly connects to the heart of American culture. And what I saw from Morgan was that story. She is Loretta Lynn meets Taylor Swift.
If it looks like I can't let you go, I was playing the role of a tormented soul, and it was only a part of my show. I was singing a song about this girl that's long gone. It was only a part of my show.